Hi, I'm Tyler Peterson. This is the April alignment. Welcome. I'm so glad you're here. I teach the frequency of leadership, and this is where I empower individuals to align with their unlimited potential so they can experience more freedom, more flow, and more fulfillment. Again, I'm so glad you're here. This month's topic is the importance of joy and how to find more of it. You know, it's really easy in our world to get overly focused on what's not working. We don't have to look very far externally to find sources of information that are inviting us into fear and into worry and anxiety. And to an extent, we even have this going on inside of ourselves. There's something called the negativity bias, where some researchers have shown and believe that we're kind of wired to notice things that are more negative. So all of these things are going on around us. But at the same time, we know that joy is so powerful and so healing and beneficial to us. So what can we do to kind of tilt things in our favor and begin experiencing more joy on a regular basis? We're going to dive into that. I've got like a top 10 list here for you. And just to recount real quick, when we experience joy, this is one of the highest frequencies we can experience. When we dwell in this feeling of joy, it's incredibly healing physically, mentally, emotionally, energetically. Our entire being benefits from being in a state of joy. You know, we are actually beings of frequency, constantly radiating frequency out into the world all around us. So to the extent that you can experience joy and cultivate joy and live from a more joyful place, you'll be healthier, you'll be happier, you'll be experiencing more joy, which is wonderful. But because we are beings of frequency, you're also radiating out that joyful frequency to everyone around you. And so you're affecting not just your own reality, but the world around you. It's a contribution you're making and giving back in every moment, whether you realize it or not. So to the extent that you can experience more joy in your life, you're actually helping to make the world a better place. You're making that frequency more available for other people to choose to go into resonance with. So it's a powerful decision to make, to choose to align with joy. You know, and here's the other thing that's really amazing about joy. You don't have to create it. You don't have to go and manufacture this and, kind of sustain it in an artificial way. You just have to remove the barriers to it. You see, joy is all around us all the time. It's part of our true nature. It's our default state of being. So it's within us and it's all around us in every moment. It's part of the very fabric of our existence. It's just that we as humans have taken on these limitations, limiting beliefs, conditioning, judgment, or we go into resonance with fear around us through the media or different sources. And it's kind of lulled us into this forgetting. We've kind of papered over the light of joy that we actually are. So it's here with us, in us, and around us all the time. You don't have to create it. We just have to peel away some of the barriers so we see it again, so we experience it again. And like I said earlier, it's really a choice to choose to align with joy. And Anita Morajani, I heard in an interview, if you haven't seen her work, you should go check that out. It's an amazing story talking about the power of choice and shifting from fear to love. And really that's what we're doing when we're choosing to live in joy. We're shifting away from any source of fear and deciding that we want to experience a higher frequency, a frequency of joy. Well, Anita talks about the choice between obligation and joy. Taking a look at our lives and seeing how we're making decisions out of obligation. And whenever we do that, we are absolutely suppressing our frequency, lowering, covering up, papering over that light that we are. So pay attention to that when you're making decisions out of obligation versus joy, and make the decision to shift more into joy. That'll help you to cultivate and find this within you more regularly and sustain it for longer periods of time. So what are some of the things we can do that help us come into resonance with joy, to find it and help us to experience it and sustain it and help us to remember this, that it's within us? Well, we can always start by going within. You can find a moment of stillness and silence And within that space, for some people, for many people, you can find a sense of joyfulness. There's an underlying feeling permeating that space that naturally serves to elevate our frequency. There's an unconditional love, an unconditional acceptance, a joy, an awe, a beauty that's unmatched there. So that's the first place to start, is within ourselves in the stillness and silence. Another thing you can do that's very within us oriented is gratitude. Gratitude is one of the most powerful frequencies around. Just taking a moment to express gratitude, to move into your heart center and find gratitude for small things, big things, daily things, unique moments you've had in your life. The big and the small of it doesn't matter. That's just our own judgment of it. It's all something that's beautiful. So maybe it's just a bird you saw out while you were on a walk, or a fond memory you have of a moment of hearty laughter with friends. It could be anything. So take a moment to express and to feel gratitude in your body, and that'll help you to move into a more joyful state. So what are some of the things we can do externally around us? And sometimes we need the external stimulus to help us move into that more sustained and deeply fulfilling sense of joy that we find within ourselves. And that's just as wonderful. So a couple of things you can do is you can just get out in nature. Just be out in nature. Move your body. Soak in the air, the sunlight, the blue sky, water, sand at the beach, wherever you are, the trees in the forest. Maybe I grew up in a high mountain desert. Maybe it's just the sense of vastness and the beauty of the sagebrush and the smell of it all. This time of year, especially with spring, everything's coming to life. So it can be a wonderful way to reconnect with joy. Baby animals. Looking at photos of baby animals. Wendy Kennedy gave this suggestion, and I find it really powerful. Taking in and remembering or seeing baby animals, they have such a high frequency, unconditional love, that even though it's an external stimulus, it helps us to find that within ourselves because it's the same frequency. Same with nature. Same with the other things I'm about to mention here. Laughter, whether that's watching a movie or being with friends or, remembering some funny moments in your life. Any way you can cultivate more laughter in your life, it is so closely associated with joy. That's a big one. Music, right? Singing, dancing, moving your body in general. All of those really start stimulating that joy within ourselves. And kind of similar to this is just being playful or playing, channel that inner child within yourself, or go play with a child, right? It gives us the perfect opportunity to step back into that part of ourselves and not judge ourselves for doing it, because it's so easy to judge ourselves when we're being playful, right? We think we're an adult and we need to act like an adult. Whoever said that, right? That's not true. We can find joy. We can move into that childlike feeling anytime we want. Reading is another great one too, right? We suspend our disbelief. We transport ourselves into this different realm, especially fiction. We allow ourselves the opportunity to step outside of the known boundaries of our world and step into a completely new and different experience. And we're actively creating that in our mind as we're reading. That can be a great source of joy. Even inspirational things that you read, maybe they're more philosophical or spiritual in nature. Connecting with that also is a source of joy. And then another one, and the final one here, is just giving ourselves permission to dream. Taking a few moments in the day simply to daydream, to stare out a window, to sit outside, to let our mind wander and see where it goes. Allowing ourselves, giving ourselves this gift of dropping all pretense, dropping all judgment, dropping all expectation, dropping all sense of obligation and commitment and time constraints, and just allowing ourselves to be in the totality of our being, and to expand beyond all those self-imposed limits that I just described and many more, and to feel expansive again, and to reconnect with a sense of possibility, whatever it is that you are daydreaming about or choose to dream about. It's a really wonderful way to reconnect with joy. All of these are powerful ways to reconnect with joy and to feel that. And that's really the key here, is no matter what you're doing, or maybe you're just being in some of the ways I just described, you want to connect with the feeling of joy in your body. And when you find that, cultivate it, allow it to grow and spread out and radiate throughout and outside of your entire being. Really let it saturate your entire experience, physical, mental, emotional, energetic. This is one of the most powerful ways to reap the benefits of joy. It'll elevate your frequency to an unbelievably high level. And again, it's incredibly healthy and healing. And Joseph Campbell probably said it the best when he said, just follow your bliss. It really can be as simple as that, just following your bliss and finding that each day in the little moments, the big moment, and crafting your life little by little, changing your life so that there's more joy, more bliss, so that you're following and living those things on a more regular basis. And I think in time you'll find, if you really commit to it, that joy will become an ever larger part of your daily experience. And that will transform everything in your life beyond your wildest imagination. So, the importance of joy and a few practical ideas on how to find more of it and experience more of it in your day-to-day life. So if you loved this video, please give us a like. We would greatly appreciate it. Share it with your friends. Who of your friends could benefit from learning more about joy and how to cultivate it and find it in their lives? Please share this with them. And of course, be sure to subscribe to this channel so that you receive our monthly free videos and resources like this. The last thing, also, if you haven't already, go to our website, thefrequencyofleadership.com, and put in your name and email address, and you'll receive the free essentials, the essentials of the Frequency of Leadership. It's a free 6-part video series. The videos are 2-3 minutes long each day, very short, very concise, and it really lays out kind of the pillars of frequency and how to work with it to begin intentionally creating your reality and cultivating those inner feelings that you want, that you value, not just from time to time, but to be able to sustain them and have them be ever present or more present in our experience. And like anything, this is a journey, but the essentials are a really powerful tool to help you start moving down that pathway and cultivating these things in your life more and more. So be sure to sign up for that. Okay, so that's it for the teaching portion of the video today. I want to shift over to an alignment now. If you're new to an alignment, just briefly, I channel energy, and this energy will come through if you give me your permission, and it will work with you directly. The energy helps to move you into greater alignment with that bigger part of yourself, your higher self, your soul, your spirit. There's so many names for it. It's this part that so many of us sense is part of who and what we are beyond this physical experience. Well, these energies will come in and work with you to help you have that experience, to move into greater alignment with it. And that's really powerful because it transforms our experience of ourselves, of life. It really radically transforms who we are, helping us to release fears and limitations and beginning to experience more joy and love and that freedom, flow, and fulfillment that I mentioned at the beginning of this video. This all happens when we start to come into greater alignment with this bigger part of ourselves. So what do you need to do? You just need to relax, have an open mind, and be open to receive all that's for your highest good. These energies are intelligent. They'll work with each of you individually. Even if you're watching this recording, they operate independent of time and location, so that's no problem at all. It's all in this now moment. You watching me right now, we are participating in this moment together, this now moment. On my side, I'll just lead us into a meditation at the beginning, and then you'll hear me say, I'm going to open to the energies. And from that point forward, for the next 15 minutes, I'll be quiet. My role is simply to open and then step back and allow these energies to come through. They do the work. They work with you. I'm just sort of a bridge or a gateway. So that's it. Let's move into the alignment, and I hope this is a really powerful experience for you. So the first thing I want to do is just ask for your permission to share these energies with you. And if I have your permission, please say yes out loud or yes quietly inside of yourself. Okay, beautiful. Well, I'll just invite you to sit or lay down somewhere, be comfortable, and I'll just invite you to close your eyes. And let's take a deep breath, breathing in through our nose, and then a longer, slower exhale out through your mouth. And just do that one more time, in through your nose, and a longer, slower exhale out through your mouth. And then set the intention to be grounded. So imagining or feeling yourself connected all the way down, deep, deep, deep into Earth, all the way to the center of Earth. And at the same time, inviting Earth's energies up into your body, up into your energy. And now let's bring our awareness to our heart centers. And our heart centers are such a powerful aspect of our being. They're the way we connect with the bigger part of ourselves, our divinity, our higher self, our soul. It's an unfiltered, direct gateway to this part of ourselves. So bring your awareness to your heart center and just rest your awareness there. And allow yourself to open to your heart, to receive the love, the joy, the beauty, the acceptance that is ever present, always available to us here in our hearts. And then I'll invite you to set the intention. And I encourage you to say this out loud or quietly to yourself. And the intention is this: I am open to receive all that is for my highest good. Okay, wonderful. I'm going to open to the channel now, and I'll be quiet for the next 15 minutes. I'll call us back when we're done, so here we go. Okay, come on back slowly in your own time, your own rhythm. If you're really feeling the energies, then just ignore my voice and continue flowing with them. They can feel so wonderful. For everyone else, I just want to say thank you. I hope you enjoyed this video. Again, please share, like, subscribe. We'd really appreciate it. Help share these alignments and this information with more people out there in the world. And I hope you have a joyful April. Until next time, be well. Bye.